is I wanted to do my detailed breakdown of Inoue versus Nery, because there's a lot to talk about stylistically speaking. Just so you guys know, there you go.
Yeah.
Nery tweeted. Nery's tweeting himself that the fight's gonna happen.
Yep.
That the fight's official. Mexico versus Japan.
Yep.
He's looking to do big things in his career. Inoue didn't tweet that the fight's official, but 4 days ago on his Instagram, he posted this picture of a bunch of trees in the sky.
Yeah.
And he said, "Road work starts today. I will try to support Mr. Takuma and Mr. Hiroki." So I'm not sure who those guys are, but he's doing his road work. He's already getting back into the swing of training. You know, he just fought to Paulus on the 26th of December.
Yeah.
He's already getting back into the swing of training. So he's already training.
Focus.
Nery's saying it's going to be official. So we're going to have a fight, ladies and gentlemen. And as far as the fight itself, you know, stylistically speaking, I think it's a really interesting fight because on the Nery side, like I said earlier in the live, he's definitely the most offensively dynamic fighter Inoue has boxed since Donaire.
Wow.
I think he has the volume to maybe make Inoue a little more uncomfortable. I think he's got a lot of experience. Like, he's not going to be intimidated going to Japan like many fighters are, because he's been there already 2 times.
Right.
So he understands kind of more or less what he's getting himself into.
And he also fought the guy we talked about in the beginning, is the champion that
Figueroa?
I think the Japanese
Yamanaka?
guy. Yeah, Yamanaka. He fought him twice, and that was a big name at that time. So he's used to that big name. So that Inoue thing and all that fearless thing, I don't think it's
going to trouble him, right?
Yeah.
So as far as, you know, him being scared of the moment, right?
Yeah.
From the Inoue side of things, one thing I think he has working to his advantage is the fact that Nery has already shown one massive chink in the armor. When he fought Brandon Figueroa dropped him with a liver shot. And the thing about it is, for those that know, for those that don't know, when you're an orthodox fighter, your liver is going to be on the backside. When you're a southpaw fighter, your liver is actually in the front.
Tell him, BT. Tell him.
So when your liver's in the fact that Nery's liver is going to be exposed, I really do think that
that's what he's going to go for.
A key punch in a fight for Inoue is going to be the left hook to the liver. He's going to look to shut down that liver.
What do you think? I know it. I mean, I'm talking about Nery's mind frame. They're going into the fight and knowing that because Nery likes to come forward, likes to put the volume punch up. Wouldn't they try to change the game plan a little bit to stay more of a distance and make Inoue come forward?
His game plan is going to include something that has to do with volume punching. And I'm telling you right now, if he gets close enough to Inoue where he's going to volume punch, Inoue is going to look to shoot that straight left hook down to the body to where the liver is going to be at. Mm-hmm. The key, what Nery has to figure out, I actually took some notes on my phone, so I actually want to run through my notes on my phone.
Because I'm looking at it like, okay, if you know you're going to expose that liver right side, right, and you know you're fighting not just any level fighter, you're fighting Inoue, one of the top fighters in the division right now, in the boxing world, fighting in there, and you're coming forward with that Mexican style coming in and allowing, like you say, if he drops his hands down as the fight goes on and allows himself, Inoue's going to exploit that. Don't you think that the team should be aware of that?
I mean, I'm sure they are.
Or is it too late to change
it? If Nery's going to win that fight, he's going to have to find some sort of way. And it's hard because everyone says they're going to do this.
It never happens.
It never happens, which is he has to find a way to get close to Inoue with those volume punches, and he's got to smother his punches, but he has to find a way while he's smothering his punches to not let Inoue get off that left hook to the body.
Holy crap.
So that's going to be a really, really big challenge, right? Because Inoue, and he showed in the Tapalas fight, he's got a great way of setting things up with different types of jabs.
If he throws with his right,
because look,
I'm just trying to picture,
if you're a southpaw, when he throws a jab, right? If he throws a jab, if you throw a jab and Inoue just slips the jab, the whole liver is exposed.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to find a way to smother him and get his volume punches off and make those quick exits, angle off if he can, right?
But that's what you said. That's what you said in the beginning of the lab, that his angles are going to help him a lot more than the other fighters.
The angles, I think, the fact that he's a volume puncher with power, who does fight more in angles, that will make it a tougher fight on Inoue than, let's say, a Tapalas.
Right.
Because Tapalas is literally
just
straight line and doesn't throw enough volume to really trouble Inoue. What's going to be working for Inoue in this fight is, I think, not just the Tapalas fight, but also his fight back a couple years ago against Michael Dasmariñas.
Mm-hmm.
He's got good southpaw experience under the lights against guys like Dasmariñas, guys who can punch. They're not exactly the same type of southpaws as a Nery, but they're still high-level southpaws, heavy-handed, can punch. So those things are going to bode well for the monster, I think. And then one thing I noticed, because I did go back and I did rewatch a little bit of the Azat Hovhannisyan fight before we went live, was the one punch Hovhannisyan had a lot of success with in that fight was the left hook. to the head.
Man.
To the
Isn't
head.
that what Inoue got?
It was a left hook. Yeah, it was a left hook to the head.
But isn't that Inoue's one of the strongest punches?
Yes. So I think,
oh my God,
people are mentioning in the chat body jabs. I think, it may start off a bit cagey. You may see Inoue jab to the body, but that's all going to be to open up the kill shot to the head and the kill shot to the body. But again, at the same time, I think Nery does have the volume to give Inoue some fits. And I will personally, as a neutral, right? As a neutral, because I'm not being biased. As a neutral, I would like to see Nery make it the kind of fight where for 3 to 4 rounds at least, Inoue has to fight on his back foot more than he's accustomed to. Because he's not the handful of guys that actually do kind of put him on the back foot a little bit.
Yeah, but
they have success.
I will say one thing. I don't know. I know Tapales lost the fight, and this is we're talking about Nery. But I will say in the Tapales fight, I see more Inoue, more like the thinking, how to figure him out as a fight was still going on throughout the fight. Yep. Like it didn't happen to like the last round, whatever round it was, like, when he took out Kibis. Do you think that Nery can make him do the same thing? Get him confused, get him not confused, but trying to figure. Because when I was watching that fight, I don't know if you guys seen that. To me, Inoue was like was very frustrated and really trying to figure him out. Inoue's got to fight.
Wants to know how mobile is Nery. He can be mobile, but I think he's most successful when his feet are planted. So again, I would if their boxing IQ is anywhere where I think it is, I think they're gonna make a bit of an adjustment this fight. The Nery that fought Hovanesian, that same exact style cannot show. I don't think it can show up for a long pocket to this fight. He's gonna have to make some adjustments in this fight, tweak some things, and still find a way to land that volume and smother Inoue, which is, I'm telling you, that's hard. Like it sounds easy. Yeah. It sounds very easy. It's literally one of the hardest things to do in boxing right now.
I would more glad to agree with what you said before, where and Nery's gonna go in the volume point, come in and stay out of that. I don't think he should stay in there and come forward. And he's gonna set himself up. I think it's gonna favor more Inoue if he does that. I think he's got to stay his distance, use his angles, and take his shots precisely how he's got to go. If he stays in there with Inoue he's going to catch him here if he falls asleep, or he's going to catch him like that.
P.S. Ponce says Takuma is Naya's younger brother, and Hiroki is their cousin. Both of them are boxers. I know Takuma is his brother. I don't remember it. I don't think it said Takuma. When I translated, it didn't say Takuma. But I didn't know about Hiroki, so thank you for putting me on the game with that. I know Takuma is supposed to be fighting. Wasn't he supposed to fight like German and Kaz for the belt? I think that was the fight that was supposed to happen. We'll see. Takuma, just to touch a little bit on him for like a minute or two. Takuma is gonna have some serious heat coming his way because you got Antonio Vargas fighting Jonathan Rodriguez in an eliminator. Wow. I think Jonathan Rodriguez is good enough to win that fight. He may have to fight him next. That'll be a hard fight for him. I'm hoping, God willing, fingers are crossed. They let Lawrence Noon get a little more active this year, and he can move up the rankings, and hopefully he can challenge. I think he can beat Takuma. Honestly, I think he got a good chance. But Takuma's a good fighter, and best of luck to him in his upcoming fight. But the representative says Nery is a drug cheat who missed weight and was stopped by Figueroa. This fight doesn't raise Inoue's stock at all. He needs to be at 126 by the end of the year, and I agree with you from the sense of like, actually no, I don't agree with you. Nery is one of the best fighters Inoue's ever fought. I don't think he's better than Donaire. I don't even think personally, maybe you could say he is because he's knocked out some really good fighters. So Fulton is debatable. I personally would probably lean towards Fulton, but that's just me. I'm a little biased. I like Fulton. I'm a little biased towards him. But he's one of the better fighters he's fought in his career. As far as you saying it's not going to raise his stock, it's going to raise his stock exponentially outside the ring because he's going to stay active. He's going to be able to fill into the weight class. This is a big fight in Japan because of the storyline. Right. I don't know. It's a Mexican. I don't know what venue they're going to have it in. I'm telling you right now, if they make this fight for the Tokyo Dome, which I'd rather them not, but if they do,
look, a small venue.
If the Tokyo Dome,
well, huge.
Where the Giants play, the UVA Giants, the baseball stadium.
You don't think it's going to be that?
I don't think this is a Tokyo Dome fight personally, but I think they should reserve that for something more special.
Yeah, like
than Nery.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, if he does fight in the Tokyo Dome, that is going to raise his stock.
Yeah.
He's going to be even bigger in Japan if he fights in the Tokyo Dome because Tokyo Dome you don't get much more historic than that. I mean, Mike Tyson, the last boxer I think that fought at the Tokyo Dome was Mike Tyson.
Seriously?
Yeah, Mike Tyson. So what does that tell you?
Yeah, hello.
You know, but look, for me, as far as competitive wise, I'm dying to see Inoue go to featherweight. I'm going to be enjoying this fight, but waiting patiently.
But I'm also going to agree with what the representative said. I'm going to agree with what he says. Once you make a stain for yourself and you drug cheat and this and that, yes, you made some changes. That's always going to follow you no matter what. It's always going to go into question no matter what. So I get what the representative said, but I'm also agreeing with what you're saying.
So we'll see how it goes, man. Should be a lot of fun, but. I pretty much ran through what I wanted to run through with the whole Inoue Nery thing. I'm gonna stand for like 10 to 15 more minutes, and then we'll get up on out of here. But y'all got any comments? I know we got my man Lance Meyer in the building. Shout out to Lance.
Lance Meyer.
So let's